Hello, 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 my Stampin' friends. I'm Dawn Robles. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located outside the Phoenix metro area, and I want to welcome you to week 9 of my Christmas series. Today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable little hot cocoa packet, and inside I've included a chocolate marshmallow snowman as well as a pack of hot cocoa, and then I'm just attaching the stir stick to the outside of the package, but you can put it on the inside as well. So to create this cute little bundle of happiness here, I used the Penguin Place stamp set and the punch that goes along with it, and we're going to have lighting issues again today. Okay, so we're going to have lighting issues again. I apologize. So we're using the Penguin Place along with the punch that comes along with that, and we are also using the teacup dies that comes with that is part of the cup of tea bundle. Now I am just using the dies. I'm not using the stamp set today. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am using the teacup die. I am using the largest tea bag label, and then I am using the heart that's located in there. There are 2 hearts in here as well. These are the pieces that we will be using today out of this set, okay? Put those there. Move this all aside. And again, I'm using the Sweet Christmas DSP. Like I told you last week, I'm limited on paper right now, so finding all kinds of use for great paper, which is good, right? I don't want any leftover scraps. So as always, I will put the dimensions at the end of this video. Just wait for it to black out and then they should all pop up. But we are going to start with a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 inch real red cardstock, and we're simply going to score that at 5 1/4 and 5 3/4. Okay, we also need a piece of cardstock. I'm using Real Red again for my inside pocket, and this one is going to measure 5 3/4 by 4 1/2, and I'm going to score a 1/2 inch and 1 inch on 3 sides, and that will give us the pocket to put our goodies on the inside. So 1/2 and 1. And we are done with the scoring. I am also going to be using the Whimsical Woodland embossing folder, 3D embossing folder. But let's go ahead and start here. So we're going to take our 4 1/4 by 11 and we're going to fold on our score lines and burnish those. Okay. And this will be our base for our pouch. So I'm going to decorate it with a piece of Sweet Christmas DSP, your choice, and that is going to be cut at 4 by 5. Let me find my glue here. And then I'm just going to attach that. To the front, and I see you're getting a good shadow. Okay, so I'm just going to attach that to the front, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the inside as well, which I probably And I'm just using 2 pieces of basic white. Both of these are also cut at 4 by 5. And I'm going to put one at the top and one at the bottom. And I probably should have stamped my sentiment first, but I didn't. Okay, so those pieces are in place. I'm going to come back to the front, and then I cut a piece. Let me grab my measurements here. I cut a piece of garden green that measures 3 5/8 by 4 5/8, and then a piece of whisper white that is cut at 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. And again, I embossed that with the Whimsical Woodland 3D embossing folder. I just wanted a little bit of texture. And let me tell you, when you do an embossing piece and you're attaching it to cardstock, the best way to attach that is actually liquid glue. It just seems to hold it better. That's just my thought process. That's what I found. So sharing that little tip with you guys. And then I just left myself a nice little 1/8 inch border all the way around. Okay. And then I'm just going to attach this piece right to the front. Of my packet. And I am going to place it a little bit down because we do need to punch holes, so it's not going to be exactly centered. I mean, from top to bottom it won't. From side to side, yeah, center it, but do leave yourself a little room to punch your holes in there, okay? Okay. And then we're just going to build up the front of it. So what I did is I took some designer series paper and I just cut out teacups. Now, I wanted this handle to go the opposite direction, so all I did was cut it, and then you just flip it over. Easy as pie. Okay, and then I just kind of played with that a little bit. I'm going to attach some glue to the bottom of my teacup and just kind of attach it where I think it looks good. And I really don't want it too crooked because we're going to have our cute little penguin popping out of the top. Now, to add a little pizzazz to the penguin, I did go ahead, guys, and stamp this so you don't have to hear me running the heat tool and everything. I did stamp this and emboss it in the black embossing powder. It just kind of makes him pop a little bit. And then I'm just going to take him, maybe, I'm not. I'm going to cut and then, scissors, scissors, where are the scissors? I don't know. Now, if you have a piece that you cannot fit in your punch, all you need to do is take a piece of Post-it with the sticky side and then just kind of attach it. That way when you go to slide it in, you can maneuver it with your Post-it piece. Okay, so we got our cute little penguin. Just need to add his little beak, which I'm going to do in pumpkin pie. Set this extra one aside. gonna stamp his little his little beak and pumpkin pie. You would think I was drinking and I haven't. Okay, and then I'm gonna give him a little bow tie as well, just jazz him up a little bit, and I'm going to do that in the Poppy Parade. Oops, sorry. So I'm gonna bring in my Poppy Parade, and I'm gonna take his bow tie. Yeah, he's a little off, but it's okay. And then, while we're stamping out, I'm going to bring in, I die cut everything already, guys. I'm going to bring in our tea bag, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp Season's Greetings on that, and I'm going to do that in a garden green. Now, when I stamp the Season Greetings, I'm going to put it kind of at an angle so it all fits onto the tag there. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, and then I'm going to put, I think, on a red background, because then you can see what you're doing. Just going to kind of shoot it diagonally. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to take my little penguin and I'm just going to add a bead of glue, and then I'm going to actually position him under the teacup and with his little arms over the teacup like so. So can you see that? There's just like a little niche right there, and I just kind of position them right over the teacup. And he is a cute little fellow. And then I'm just going to dress up the teacups. I'm going to go ahead and put the Season Greetings here. I'm just going to use a dimensional to pop that up. It's been a crazy day, so I'm like, my mind is in like 8 million places. Okay, and then I'm actually going to use the 2123 in color opal rounds, and I'm going to take one of these green ones and I'm going to add it right down here. And then I'm going to take a piece of white baker's twine, if I can find it. Oh no, where did it go? Here it is. Okay. And then I'm just going to tie a bow. I love working with baker's twine because it's such an easy bow to tie. It's so forgiving. And then I will just take in my scissors here. Give it a little snip. Grab a glue dot. Sorry guys. So all I'm going to do is grab a glue dot and just kind of wad it up. Stick my bow to it. And just kind of attach it so you know how the string of the tea bag is. Just kind of attach it right up there. So, so, so cute. Okay. And then I'm going to pop that. Oh, you know what else I did? I added 2 hearts to this teacup because it was very boring. So I cut 2 of those hearts out. One in real red and one in garden green. I took my Wink of Stella and I colored it in just to give it, you know, a little sparkle. Makes your paper all shimmery. Oh, and I think I'm coloring the backside. I am. It was a day at work today, so a little bit crazy. So I glued one down and then I popped the other one up on a little mini dimensional. So bring this guy back in so you can see him. So put that little mini dimensional, fits in there perfectly. And then I just kind of glued this down. Okay, so who's ready for Christmas? We are through Thanksgiving now. Who is ready for Christmas? We put our Christmas tree up this weekend. My kids could not wait, so I had to get it done. Tell me if you're done, if you're ready. And then I'm just going to put a bunch of dimensionals on the back of this guy. And then I'm going to pop him up on the front of that embossed piece. And you don't really need to put this many. I guess you can say I'm a dimensional junkie. Okay. And I'll just bring this back in, open it up so I can work good. And then I'm just going to kind of center it towards the bottom, because we are going to have the ribbon and the spoon coming in. So I went ahead and did that. It's coming together. And we're going to open it up, and I probably really should have stamped, because I would stamp my message here. That was not smart of me. Okay, let's see if we can do it. I'm going to use my Poppy Parade and my sentiment that says be cool, be chill, and be merry. Haha, got it. And then we're going to take a little more pumpkin pie, and we're going to put some little penguin feet in here. We're just going to add his little, ooh, that one didn't work, so I'm going to line that up. Good thing about these stamps is you can line everything right back up. Then we're going to go ahead and build our pocket to place on the inside here. So again, we're just going to fold on all our score lines. Put this out of the way for just a minute. We'll fold and burnish all of our score lines here. Okay, and I seriously found my scissors. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take away some of our tabs. So, again, we will take away this and this, this. Okay, and we'll come to the other side and take those 3 away as well. So I'm just going to cut all the way here. And then when I cut away from here, I'm going to cut just a little wedge. I'll cut this piece away. And then I'm going to wedge in both of these sides here. Same thing on this side. Cut away your score line. Wedge your bottom, like so. Wedge over there, or not wedge, just remove that, and then wedge your tabs. Okay. And then I ever so slightly just took a very small wedge out of this first strip on both sides. Okay. Then we can go ahead and build that up. And to do that, I took a piece of garden green that measured 3.5 by 3 1/4. And then I'm going to bring in a piece of designer series paper that measures 3 1/4 by 3. So 3.5 by 3 1/4, 3 1/4 by 3. And then I'm just going to attach the layers together. And at this point, if you wanted to add an additional sentiment, you can. I was trying to keep it simple and down to 2 stamp sets. But a greeting would look really lovely on there if there's something that you wanted. Okay, just going to add that to my pocket. I always find it easier to like mat everything before I glue it together. And then I'm going to bring in my tear and tape, and I'm going to add my tear and tape to this score line, to this score line here, and then just a teeny piece to each one of these tabs. Okay. This guy comes here. And then I'll just cut me a little piece. It might be too big. That's good for that. And just a little piece for this tab over here. Okay. Burnish my tear and tape down a little bit, and then I'm going to put the sides together first. So I'm going to remove this, and there goes the light. Replace this thing like twice, and it's making me very angry. Okay, so I removed the backing from the tear and tape on the tabs first, and then I'll just build up my little box like so. And then I'm going to fold my sides in, and then I will fold up my bottom. So I will remove part of my tear and tape. Here, just move, don't take it all off yet, just take some of it up. Like so. And fold in your sides. Okay, so you got your pouch together. Then you're going to bring your sides in, and on your top you're going to attach this right above your score line. So you can go ahead and remove your tear and tape. You can use liquid glue here too. You know me, I like quick. So I'm actually going to turn this upside down so I can see what I'm doing. And you're just going to center it. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're going to center it in there, right above the score line. Hopefully I don't get my hair in there. And just lay that down. And once you're pretty centered, then go ahead and press it down. Okay, so now you've created your pocket. So when you open it, your treat will go in here, and this will fold up. Now you're going to want to punch 2 holes at the top to bring your ribbon through. And I'm using my crocodile, but any standard hole punch, Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell those anymore. So any standard hole punch will work. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring the top together, line it up, and face it towards me. And then I'm just going to go down. And I don't want to get into that layer, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Bring it down a little bit. And give it a punch. And I'm a little bit off center. That's what happens when you work upside down. And then I'm going to bring in my mini ruffled ribbon. Isn't that pretty? You can actually find that in the annual catalog. Let me put these dies to the side so they don't get lost. I am out of hot cocoa packets, so I'm just going to put in my little marshmallow in there. I guess I can take him out of the finished one. So I just got the Land O'Lakes, and I folded the top down so it would not come out of the pocket there. And I'm just going to slide that in, and then I'll slide my little snowman. Again, just the Dollar Tree. I think you get 5 or 6 of them in there. 2, 3, 4. I think you get 6 of them in there for $1. And then I think I got 6. I want to say I got 6 peppermint spoons as well. So anyway, I'm just going to take my mini ruffled ribbon and I'm going to feed it through the back. Oh, here, let me do it this way. Feed it through the front. And I think it ended up being about 12 inches when I measured it. If you don't want a lot of waste, you can just do it, thread it through the front, through the back, to the other back, through the front. And then I just want to give myself a little extra so I can get a good bow. Grab my ribbon scissors here. Give me a snip. That's way more than I need. And I will bring in my peppermint stir stick. And tie that to the outside. Now, if you didn't want it to the outside, you can always just add it to the inside of your pocket. Like so, and that would work as well. And then you could just tie this up. With a nice bow at the top. And do I really have a lot of excess ribbon? Okay, so you can have it that way. Which is cute. Or we can have it with the candy cane in the front. Let me do that real quick. And when I did that, I just laid the candy cane in there. I tied a knot around it. And then I just made a bow. And I guess you could just double knot it too. Especially if it was like going to a boy or something, you could just double knot it. And then I just kind of push it to the side so it don't look in. So tell me what you think. With the spoon on the outside or with the spoon on the inside? That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We did receive the new mini catalog. So if you have not received yours and you're not working with a demonstrator, please reach out. Email me or text me or direct message me your address and I'll make sure to get one to you. Guys, go out there, have a great week, and happy crafting!